All right, everyone. Welcome to Prop Time Live NFL Prop Podcast weekly here around 3 o'clock p.m. coincides with the ETR release, which provides the final ingredient in my prop formula recipe. Going to start you off with a quick one right here just to keep the momentum going. For those of you who didn't see, Romeo Doubs has been suspended by the Green Bay Packers. So everyone's going to be looking at the other Packers receivers for maybe some overs on them. I'm going to go a different route with our first prop. I'm going to look at Josh Jacobs and his receiving, and we're going to go with Josh Jacobs over under 2.5 receptions plus 108, and that is at FanDuel. I'm going to get the price for you, but I wanted to get that out there first. Let's see where he went here. So we would price that prop at minus 111. So plus 108 versus minus 111. It's about 20 cents of value there. But just want to get out because I think a lot of people are going to zig, and I'm a contrarian. So I like to zig where everyone zags. I also hate when the stream lags or it comes off like I'm barely there. I'm like an alien coming in because you can't get this part of the stream thing to work. So sorry if I look like I'm fucking half here, half not visually, but I don't got much else I can do. I can maybe move the camera forward, but we're going to roll with this because that's, again, free. Free is what you get. All right, so now I'm actually going to go prop hunting, my favorite part. Give me one sec, need some fuel. All right, all the other ones we've announced are on the Google Sheet, and that one will be too. So, all right, let's see what else we got on the reception front, just while we're here. It makes the most sense. All right. There are some that I don't really like that are showing value, but I got to get out of some stuff here. We're going to lag forever. So let's get out of this. Let's get out of that. And let's hope that gives us something to talk about. All right, we're going to go to receiving yards, actually. I'm also going to choke myself. Lower autoerotica. Oh, now I realize why we were having some problems. The proxy server was going, and that's something that is useful when you start betting a lot, is proxy, because you can get access to some other books, but that's a little bit of a gray area, so we're gonna stay away. All right, receiving yards. Tyler Johnson over 10.5 receiving yards. We backed Tyler Johnson last week, but it's tough to not. If he had a bad week this week, maybe he rebounds. I mean, here's the receiving yards prop. It's over 10.5 minus 120. I'm eyeing DraftKings. There's a better price at Pinnacle on the 11.5 minus 105. But all right, yeah, I'm gonna go with it. Just because the value, the prop is minus at DraftKings minus 120. I have it minus 184. So let's do that one. Tyler Johnson over 21.59 receiving yards. Or no, that was my projection. I'm sorry. Over 10.5 minus 120 DraftKings receiving yards. And my projection is minus 184 as far as price. And you heard what I had projected as far as the actual yardage, 21.59. So I think we got something there. I got to play it. I let you know the ones that I play. Unless I say... if I say I'm playing, I'm definitely playing. Assume that I probably play all of them that are, or I play all of them on the Google sheet, but if there's some ambiguity, I would lean towards that I've played it. But while this is loading for me to get on track, oh, here we are. All right, yeah, I think we went against the Rams too, no, we didn't. We held off, I believe, with that. There was a total that I gave out yesterday for people that were listening to the college football podcast. So go ahead. I know it's kind of seems like a moot point at this time, but you can go back and listen to that if you want. But I actually just found it here. It's Chiefs under 43 minus 108. They have it at DraftKings. Chiefs under. They're playing the Saints. I know what you're thinking. Chiefs under. Just no, Chiefs under. All right. So I got to get that bet placed because I'm just all over the place here with finding the Rams. They're not. This is why these things need rotation numbers. I know a lot of people that haven't been gambling for a while and just use the DraftKings app aren't used to seeing rotation numbers, but they really do help know what game and what order. And if you ever go to Vegas, you need the rotation number at the sportsbook if you're betting in person. It just deletes the whole thing if you don't have it. So get that. I mean, DraftKings isn't going to give it to us, but all right. I'm having a little bit of difficulty with that, so I'll place it later. Let's move on here. We're in receiving yards. Let's see who else we have here. Of note, I don't know why that's sorted that way, but all right. I need to get some. I'll make sure all this stuff is showing for us here. All right. Wow, that would be a tough. We're projecting John Bates to have the tight end for Washington have 4.68 receiving yards, but the value really is on the under at those numbers. My God. What else do we got here? All right, on receiving yards, let's go with another halfback. Let's go with Trey Sermon. I think they already ruled Taylor out. Flacco, they're going to pass more. Obviously, I mean, I'm not exactly going out on a limb there. I don't want to go too far out on that limb. We have that price at minus 179. This is a DK. And let's see if I can actually place that bet. We'll see if they'll let me. I just didn't even have the option to place the last one. It just wasn't on the menu. If it wasn't on the menu for you guys too, I apologize. But no, here we go. Receiving yards over under that 5.5 minus 125. Let me get in there. All right, at least I'm at one. Let me see if I can find Tyler Johnson just by searching by name. No, yeah, I don't have an over-under on him anymore. I don't believe. Do I? Oh, no, here we go. Got it. And that was over receiving yards. Yeah, no, they took that away. Receiving yards over-under. Here we go. Sorry. But it's no longer 10.5. It's 11.5. Where was a book that had 11.5? All right, so if you had 11.5, that's a minus 120, not a minus 115. All right, so there's some little better places to play this bet now, I believe. I think Builder has taken that over, but if you got the 10.5, take the 10.5, and I'm going to add it as a 10.5 to the Google sheet. Be wary of the 11. not be weary, but proceed at your own risk there. Let's go to passing. Let's go to passing yards. Or if you're me, you can go to passing touchdowns and click the wrong thing. All right, we're running the Sims. Taking a little slacking on the sides here in CFB, and by slacking, I mean 0-2, but we came back on the over with or under with another one, I believe. If I gave it out, if I didn't, it's 0-2 today. I have faith in Ole Miss. That spread's been going back, forth, but I still like Ole Miss off that game. And then anyone who watched the prop show knows my favorite game is the very last game of the slate tonight. Arizona +6 in their game, or if they're -6. Wow. Whatever Arizona is, that's what I like. I like Arizona. I have the numbers here, but I'm on props, and it's just it's too much to go through. But watch College Football Show recap on that. Jonah Coleman on the night game, Michigan, Washington. We had him under 59 or over 59.5 rush yards, I believe. Check the Google sheet. I don't remember all these wagers. I'm sorry. That's on me, but there's a lot here. Tyler Huntley, no fucking way. Bo Nix without, I don't know Max Crosby's status, but no way. Jacoby Brissett over 169.57 passing yards at ESPN bet. Or I'm sorry, 149.5 passing yards -145. I'm going to take that. They're playing Miami. I think Miami plays better this week, but I don't think that's exactly the highest mark for Jacoby Brissett. If you look at other places, they're not even at 149.5. They're at, like, DraftKings, for example, is 160.5 -110. That's only a 3% edge. ESPN bet that over 149.5 -145. That's an 11% edge. I'll get you the price on that because we're going to play that. We have that -194. So let's go right here with Jacoby Brissett over 149.5 -145 ESPN bet. Our price is, I just had it, -194. Let me play with you guys here. Of course, I really actually like that prop, although we don't have as much of a edge as some other ones. But we'll get in. Let's find. It's so much easier when you can just search. Because now I got to go on ESPN. That's the only doubt. You got to go to all these different menus, and then by the time you've can even get there, it's like 5 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. It's not 5 minutes. All right, player props. Hopefully passing is right up there. Quick passing yards. Over under Jacoby. We're in. Awesome. All right, we checked out some passing yards. Let's check out some rushing attempts. We'll try and do one in every single category. I don't want to speed too fast. I had some Kenneth Walker props on my own that I didn't give out. He might show up here. I'm not going to give those out just because I can't give everything out. I got to have some sort of self-exclusions on some of these things. From Andre Stevenson, I don't really know. You know what? I like DeAndre Swift. This is an ESPN bet too as well. Over 13.5 rushes +105. That is a 36.21% edge. I'll give you the real price in a minute. But we're kind of flying by through. I'm going to search. I mean, that just popped up. This is what happens when you do this earlier. About 3 o'clock today, or it's 3:23 now. But if I can get this out around 3, that's where the most edges are. Some will remain tomorrow, but at least based on my calculations. But it's it's much more sides and totals tomorrow because limits go up tomorrow. So, I mean, even in the morning, it's pretty high limits. And then as you get with like an hour closer to game time, places like Circa, you can bet a lot. I do not know what posted limits are off the top of my head. I can get them. But, and sometimes Jeffrey Benson from Circa will announce them. He's a great guy. I've only spoken to him once, but he took time to speak to me on the phone. He's for at least about like 20 minutes. He's a very nice guy. Great person to know if you are going to Vegas and you want to go to Circa Sportsbook or Circa Swim, which is a rooftop outdoor sportsbook. If you guys have ever interacted on Twitter, maybe shoot him a message. He gave GRP Wins a fucking free hotel room. That guy is, I like that guy. I do. I don't think he has very much sports knowledge or math knowledge, but he's a contrarian, so he's all right in my book. Just don't take his advice, but his content's pretty cool, and that's coming from someone who's competing with others in the content space. Anyway, enough about fucking content. Let's get the real price on DeAndre Swift for you guys. I mean, there is pretty much value all the way across the board. FanDuel over 13.5 minus 102. They're just not plus 105. So there's value all over the place. I don't see anything on Pinnacle on my screen, but we have that minus 198. And we project 15.29 rushes. So we're going to go with Deion. And I know what you're thinking. There's a lot of overs here. You'll see once we get into basketball, you'll just see under City. There's rarely an over on our NBA props. It's, at least last year, it was like 85% unders, and we just caked. Our season doesn't really end till begins at football, really goes to the end of the NBA, and maybe first 3 months of baseball, we throw in some under strikeout props, but that's really it. No games, no real other props, sometimes some walks, but that's it. Anyway, let me get down on this with you guys. I'm gonna run out of money on my ESPN account only. That's run out of money. Don't worry, we had good enough weekend last week where my bankroll is doing pretty well here, even if we take a bath in these college football games. But those are all just tweeted out. I very rarely give out anything with that on any show. Where are we? We're on DeAndre Swift. Plays for Chicago. It's confusing. So from Detroit to Philly to fucking wherever he is now. Rushing attempts. Total rushing attempts. Mr. Swift. Let's get you in. Party here. All right, we're in with him. All right, let's keep going here. Got rushing attempts. Let's peruse over to rushing yards. Let's see what we got with the rushing yards. And then once we have some set up from each category, what I'll do is I'll just fish around for some more just for the show. I'm not going to put them on the Google Sheet. We'll call them leans and prop leans, and we'll get some extra. And I'll go off at the end of the show. I will read off every single one that's on the Google Sheet, every single one we did on this show, and then the bonus leans towards the end. So far, we've done receptions. I'll just give these out right now. Josh Jacobs over 2.5 plus 108 at FanDuel. We price it minus 111. The theory behind that, aside from the value, Romeo Doubs out, suspended by the team, expected to rejoin next week, but they're down a receiver. Everyone's going to go to the other receivers for more receptions. I'm going to zig when everyone else zags. I'm going to go to the running back. I'm going to go to Josh Jacobs. So he's going to get over 3 catches. Maybe they get some screen game going. Maybe they scheme him open. Maybe they just pound the rock with him and play action. Maybe he gets out in the flat and he runs a wheel route. We just need 3 receptions. It's going to be easier said than done. It is an underdog prop plus 108. Although other places I don't think had as good of a line. We did get Tyler Johnson on receiving yards over 10.5. That's at DraftKings, and it's minus 120. We priced at minus 184. He's killed us last week. Not killed us. He lost his bet. He didn't kill us. I would have liked to see him in any time, but he didn't. But we like him there on reception yards. Trey Sermon, what do we have him for? I wrote down the wrong thing. For Mr. Trey Sermon. What did I have? Was he another reception? Trey Sermon? Let's see where. Oh, he was rushing attempts. Okay. Yeah, what do we have there? I'm sorry, fellas and gals, if any girls are watching. Married. It's too bad. Can sort of see the ring. Yeah. Taken. I don't know what the fuck's happening here, but having a little delay here. We'll see if Trey pops up. And we'll continue going. Jacoby Brissett over for the passing yards, 149.5 minus 145. ESPN bet. We priced that minus 194. And then we're getting into DeAndre Swift, who I haven't wrote down, but I just placed the bet, so he'll be in the bet slip. We have him over 13.5 rush attempts. Plus 105 ESPN bet. And I realized that I don't think it was Trey Sermon here. 12.5. Yeah, no, it wasn't that, but he's got some value. Oh, yeah. No, it was on attempts. Okay. Where's the ESPN bet one? Yeah, all right. So Trey Sermon was over 12.5. Now he's minus 118. I'm still not convinced that I gave out the. Maybe it was. I don't know. We had a Trey Sermon prop somewhere. I'll look back and add the Google sheet. I'll go back and listen. Sorry about that. When you're looking at screens and numbers for just days on end, things can get a little blurry. But I'll go back, listen, because I have to add it to the Google sheet. So just Trey Sermon, you're going to have to wait for the Google sheet, but that'll be the first one that I add when I do get to add them. And then we did DeAndre Swift over 13.5 rushing attempts plus 105 ESPN bet. Certainly wasn't pass attempts or rushing, receiving. I just would love to know. Yeah. Yeah, I'll figure out what it was. All right. What's the one we haven't done yet? Passing completions and rushing yards. So let's just go over to passing completions here. We'll give this a second to load up. Or it just won't. I'm just kidding. We're there. All right. Who's going to give us the most value on our completions? All right. It's no way I'm betting the Jayden Daniels over or under. I would love to fade him in this spot, but he is very high completion percentage. I'm not going to mess with it. It's all right not to mess with something if it shows value. All right, with the next one, I'll just do it BetMGM because that's Pinnacle has the best price, so it's going to be Pinnacle. So with Pinnacle, we're going to go Kyler Murray under 21.5 completions minus 103. We have him projected 20.58 completions, and we would price the current bet at minus 143 versus that minus 103. So you're going to get about 40 cents of value with that. I'd like to see if I can get in on Penny quick without lagging our stream too much. Let's see. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, we're in. So let's all get down on that while we can. Give everyone a second, including myself, to get in here. As I'm doing that, let's go with a lean. With a lean, we're going to go Joe Flacco with a lean under 23.5 completions. We have him projected 21.94, and that one is at DraftKings. We'll do those two. I'll play that with Flacco and Murray. We don't have to call that one a lean. I'll play Flacco and Murray. So Murray would be under 21.5 completions for Kyler Murray, minus 103. Pinnacle, true price, as far as we see it, minus 143, so about 40 cents of value. Let me place my penny bet here, and then we'll get moving on to rushing yards, and then we'll do some more leans, and then we'll call it, just so people can watch the 3:30 games for college. Don't want to take you guys out of that too far. It's only get so many of these weekends a year, and I'd hate to have them go to waste for everybody. But I do got to give out some props. It's my favorite thing to do. So, no, we're not doing that. Some of these site navigations, you click like a millimeter over the wrong way, and they just go absolutely insane. All right, Arizona's playing in the afternoon. They're playing San Francisco, by the way, if you didn't know that already. All right. So we're going to go with, where was that? Oh, because it goes in alphabetical order. Because Kyler Murray is under on these. And I'm going to give out another bet off this as well that I just saw on Pinnacle that I do like. I just need to find him again. We're going to do Brandon Ayuk, longest reception, over 24.5 yards. We'll put that as a lean. Brandon, that'll go as a lean because it'll go as a lean. Brandon Ayuk, I'm still going to play it, but I'm putting it as a lean. Longest reception over 24.5 yards minus 104. That's just something I saw. I don't have any calculations or anything for that. No true price. But I do have to write down the one for Cool Joe. The book has moved on that, and FanDuel now has the best price at minus 20. DraftKings went to minus 130. So let me get Flacco in on FanDuel because I didn't get to place that bet yet. DraftKings is still good, by the way. If you place DraftKings, you would have had the better price already. It's just now FanDuel has the best price. So we need to go to the Colts game. Again, they don't make it easy, although it is set up for NCAA right now. So not too bad. Joey Joe, Cool Joe, just still in the league, just still slinging. Just doesn't give a flying fuck. That guy will sling till the day he dies. Passing props, player pass completions, Flacco under 23.5. And this will be a Google Sheet one. The lean is Ayuk longest reception. All right, so Joe Flacco under 23.5 completions, under or minus 120, excuse me, FanDuel. And I do have a true price for that one, minus 170. All right. We got to go to rushing yards. And then if I see a couple leans just around, we'll take sort of one thing. I'm not going to read all the bets from the Google Sheet after further consideration. I just don't. It's already like in there. So just look there. It's like one click. Go to Twitter at Prop Time Live. Follow, like, subscribe, retweet, love, whatever you can do on those things to help your boy out here. Rushing yards. Let's get it. Who the fuck is that guy? Tyrone Tracy of the Giants. I'm a Giants fan. I don't have any idea who that guy is. I mean, granted, I have no idea. This guy just came out of nowhere. Where did this guy fucking come from? What the hell is going on here? This players just showing up out of nowhere on my favorite team, unfortunately, that I heard of. Oh boy, here's our boy from last week, our anytime touchdown scorer. Julio McLaughlin, he did not get in the end zone for those who were watching. I'm going to go with Jerome Ford. I think I went with him last week, and he did not. He fucked us somehow. Pretty good prices at ESPN Bet and DraftKings. They're a little lower. Let me look at Miles Sanders too. They're playing Chicago. Is he gonna get anything? It's an interesting one as well. Tank Bigsby. All the Kenneth Walker stuff is done. It's gone. I got that yesterday. All right. I'm going to give Jerome Ford another shot. I'm going to give him another shot. I'm in a good mood. So I'm going to give him another shot. And we're going to go Jerome Ford. Over 44.5. Minus 115. That's at BetMGM. They have usurped others for the best price at minus 115. And we have it as where's BetMGM? go. We have this bet priced at minus 165, so you're getting good value. You really are. At minus 115 to minus 165. I just thought I saw something else pop up here. All right, so we gave out one lean. Let's go and try for two more leans. First lean was Brandon Ayuk, longest reception, over 24.5 yards, minus 104 Pinnacle. I'm going to go back to receptions. I like receptions and I like attempts. So let's try receptions again first. See if anything changed. So that was one of the first ones. Well, I did that out of the gate to get you guys one out of the gate, but all right, let's get to the top of this bad boy. And there's Tyler Johnson again, who we saw before. Colby Parkinson, no. Turpin under, no. Dalton Schultz under, no. They need him against Buffalo to come down. All right. That's fucking tough. That's tough. Yeah, I mean, not forcing it on that. Let's go back to receiving yards. There's always a good amount of stuff there, so. I don't know what exactly is happening here, but we're going to stop that. We're going to get it re-going again. All right, it's populating, guys. All right, so we got one more lean, then I'm going to read off everything except Trey Sermon, whose prop I magically forgot and lost. Didn't even know that was possible. But like I said, numbers and everything we've done CFB prop shows, this prop show, CFB preview, lunchtime, anytime touchdown scores. I mean, there's a lot for me to go through with you guys, but do it because I hate seeing people wash out at like week 4 or like week 6, week 8, and then they can't play. So, all right, one more lean, then we'll go through all the actual plays that we already did on the show. If I can get another lean, I'm having some difficulties, and I realize why. It has to do with Pinnacle, but it's not Pinnacle's issue. It's my issue on my computer with getting to Pinnacle. All right, so we're already having more luck with this faster. If I can't find another one within like 2 minutes, I'm just going to nix the extra lean, and which may be happening soon because I'm running out of patience with this, not with you guys. Love you guys. Love doing the stream for you. Any way I can help. As always, entirely free. Everything's free. I made a mistake earlier in the Google sheet where I had Oregon outright, and I was just so happy the props went 3-0. I missed that Oregon did not cover. So the number it'll be a little less, but I mean, we were at almost, it was 32 point something as far as ROI on everything that I've given out. And you would have made close to a $2,000 profit if you were a $100 bettor who followed everything on the Google sheet. I mean, you pay for picks, everything. 32% ROI. I mean, it's bound to go down back to earth, probably finish out hopefully around 15%. But if you're having investments like that, you'd be pleased. If you were subscribing to a sports service and you were paying money and they got you this level of winning, you would be pleased. Most of the people say, I don't consider myself a tout. I'm doing everything for free, putting it all out there, but outperforming a lot of people so far since I started this account. I hope it continues so that you guys can continue to win, can continue to play. Even if you just use the props, the side thing in your portfolio, like I said, it's not you don't have to move to be an exclusive prop bettor now. Just use them as some add-ons because they will get you some extra extra coin. All right, we got people coming in here and receiving yards and seeing a lot of the usual suspects that I saw last week that didn't get to where I thought they were going to get to, meaning they lost us some props. But see, that's I mean, all right, we'll do this as a lean just because I'm not as confident as I would like to be on this. And he burned us last week. It's tied. I don't want to keep giving out things that we lost last week. All right, here we go. Receiving yards. Houston versus Buffalo. Lean. Cam Akers under 10.5. Receiving yards minus 117. We have a price at minus 148, and the minus 117 is at Caesars. So we got Caesars on the board here. We've already had FanDuel, we've had DraftKings, we've had Pinnacle, we've had ESPN Bet. Caesars finally getting themselves on the board here. Under 10.5 receiving yards, that is 10.5 minus 117 Caesars. And the true price we have for that is minus 148. That is a lean. All right, so now I'm going to go through every prop we just discussed on the show, with the exception of Trace Sermon's prop, who has disappeared, and I need to rewatch this after it all gets settled, and I'll put it on the Google sheet. But anyway, again, Josh Jacobs over 2.5 receptions plus 108. And it is a minus 11 at FanDuel as well, or we have priced minus 11 versus plus 108. So you can see the value there. Tyler Johnson over 10.5 receiving yards minus 120. That was at DraftKings. We have that price minus 184. Trace Sermon was next. I don't know what we bet there. I can't even. I have no explanation. I just had to rewatch. That's all. We'll figure it out. Jacoby Brissett, we clearly know over 149.5 minus 145 passing yards. We did that at ESPN Bet. We project minus 194. Also, just go back to Josh Jacobs. Maybe you missed this, said it twice, but Romeo Doubs suspended. Everyone else, I think, going to look for other receivers going to get more. We're going to zig when everyone zags. We're going to go to the running back, go Josh Jacobs over for plus money. And it aligns with our numbers, so that's where that came from. The rest are pretty much number based. DeAndre Swift over 13.5 rushing attempts plus 105 at ESPN Bet. Joe Flacco under 23.5 completions minus 120 FanDuel. Kyler Murray under 21.5 receptions minus 103 Pinnacle. We have this priced at minus 170. All right, one of the leans we gave, Brandon Ayuk, longest reception over 24.5 yards, minus 104 Pinnacle. And last actual play, Jerome Ford over 44.5 rushing yards, BetMGM minus 115. And so, yeah. And the final one, just another lean that we just had with Cam Akers, under 10.5 reception yards, minus 117. Or I'm sorry, not minus 117. That's minus 148 at Caesars. I believe that minus 117 was our price, so you can see the value. All right, ladies, gentlemen, thank you for joining me a lot this week. It's been great. At least I've had fun. I hope you guys continue to listen. I hope I continue. What goes up is bound to come down. But like I said, I'm targeting 15% ROI. So 32 something, not probably going to be realistic long term. If it is, I don't imagine I'll be doing podcasts for much longer. But 15%. I'd like to see, and I'd like to see it even just over these next few weeks, if we can stay above that, so that you guys can keep playing, keep betting your sides and totals. Even if you want to bet a 50 million leg parlay, go ahead. Just keep yourself grounded with props, get some extra money. We're closing out right on 45 minutes.